Bureaucrats, technocrats, and others who worked closely with former Prime Minister Dr. Manmohan Singh expressed grief over his passing, sharing poignant anecdotes that highlight the simple life he led. Asim Arun, a former IPS officer who served as Singh's close protection officer for nearly 3 years during his tenure in the Special Protection Group, shared his experiences and insights into Singh's personality, emphasizing his simple lifestyle and connection with the common man.
डॉक्टर मनमोहन सिंह जी की एक मारुति 800 गाड़ी थी और पीएम हाउस में वो गाड़ी खड़ी रहती थी और उनकी BMW गाड़ियां जो थी वो मुझसे बोलते थे कि मुझे इसमें बिल्कुल मन नहीं करता चलने का। तो मैं उनको बताता था ये गाड़ी आपके ऐशो आराम के लिए नहीं है, इसके सुरक्षा फीचर्स इतने अच्छे हैं, इसलिए हम आपको जोर देते हैं कि इस गाड़ी में चलें। तो बोलते थे नहीं, लेकिन मुझे पता है मेरी गाड़ी, मेरा स्थान ये मारुति 800 ही है और मेरी तमाम वहाँ जिम्मेदारियों में ये भी था कि उनकी मारुति 800 रोज स्टार्ट की जाए, साफ की जाए और पीएम हाउस के अंदर ही थोड़ी सी चला के खड़ी की जाए। उसमें चल तो नहीं पाते थे क्योंकि हम लोगों को चलने न देते, बिना बुलेट प्रूफ गाड़ी के वो नहीं चल सकते थे, लेकिन वो प्रधानमंत्री रहने के बावजूद उनका स्थान, उनकी आर्थिक वैल्यू क्या है, उनकी सामाजिक वैल्यू क्या है, वो अपने आप को एक सामान्य व्यक्ति मारुति 800 वाला ही मानते थे, समझते थे और उनके आचरण से ये सबको हमेशा दिखता था।
Technocrat and senior Congress leader Sam Pitroda said he enjoyed working with Dr. Singh because of the freedom and space he gave his colleagues and juniors.
I enjoyed working with him. I spent 10 years. He was sort of a person who let you do things. He could probe, but at the same time, he could make you feel very comfortable. I enjoyed his leadership style.
TKA Nair, who served as Principal Secretary and advisor to Manmohan Singh during his tenures as Prime Minister, remembered him for his humility and selfless leadership.
He was a man of few words. He was humility personified. A man who had no self-interest at all, who never bothered how he was projected in the media or, how other people expressed their views, criticism against him, which most of the time was undeserved. At the same time, he was a man of convictions. He was a man of great courage in following his convictions that stand out as a great quality in a leader. Without boasting about it, not even once did he, even vaguely hint at praising himself or giving him credit for what the country is achieving.
Former National Security Advisor Shiv Shankar Menon remembers Singh as someone who proved that it was possible to be a good man while being in politics.
I think it's easy to underestimate somebody who is polite, decent, has integrity. And, he never chose to answer his shrill critics with shrill or harsh words. But as he said, I think at the press conference in 2014, before he handed over, after he'd announced that he would not run for re-election, he said, history will be kinder to me than the contemporary media and I dare say the opposition, he said. And I think he was right, because when you look at the tributes that are pouring in, and especially if you look around the world at what is being said about him, it is really quite heartening and quite touching to see across the political spectrum also and across the media. I think it's clear that ultimately, I think for me, as personally, I think Dr. Manmohan Singh proved that it was possible to be a good man and in politics.
Recalling his association with Manmohan Singh, former Union Cabinet Secretary K.M. Chandrasekhar said Singh was a powerful administrator with strong convictions.
If you recall the civil nuclear bill issue, at that time, his government was tottering because the substantial chunk was of the left, and the left was strongly opposed to it. And a number of others also left him at that time. But he did not waver. That shows political strength. Now, whenever a crisis occurred, like 26/11 occurred, now if the Prime Minister had been wavering, it would have affected all of us. But he kept giving us confidence. So when the economic crisis of 2008-9 occurred, he would give support from the back. He would make us sit down, work out stimulus packages. He basically Montek and I and the finance secretary. Then after that he would look at it. Then he would say, you go and show it to Pranab, you go and show it to Chidambaram. We go and show it there, and then we announce it.
Pankaj Pachauri, a senior journalist and former media advisor to Dr. Singh, described him as a consensus builder with a practical approach.
मनमोहन सिंह के बारे में एक बड़ी बात यह है कि वो कंसेंसस मेकर थे। उनके पास में एक विजन था आर्थिक उदारीकरण का। उस आर्थिक उदारीकरण के अपने विजन को इम्प्लीमेंट करने के लिए, उसको लागू करने के लिए उनकी सबसे बड़ी ताकत जो थी वो समावेशीकरण था। वो हर धड़े से, हर तरह के व्यक्ति से वो बात करना चाहते थे और उनके साथ बात करके वो आगे बढ़ना चाहते थे। आपको एक बार उन्होंने मुझे बताया कि साउथ कमीशन के वो अध्यक्ष हुआ करते थे, वहाँ पर काम करते थे यूरोप में, और वो कहते थे कि वहाँ पर जिस तरह के लोग आते थे, उनकी जो विचारधारा थी, उनकी जो बोली थी, अफ्रीका के लोग थे, लैटिन अमेरिका के लोग थे, तो वो मैं नहीं जानता था। तो मैंने ये वहाँ पर सीखा कि किस तरह से आप सभी लोगों को साथ लेकर चलेंगे तभी आप कुछ कर पाएंगे। आप 10 चीज़ें करना चाहते हैं, उसमें से अगर 5 चीज़ों पर सहमति बन रही है तो वही 5 चीज़ें करें।
Former Prime Minister Manmohan Singh, the architect of India's economic reforms and a consensus builder in the rough world of politics, passed away on Thursday night at the age of 92. Singh, who steered the country for 10 years from 2004 to 2014 and helped set up its economic framework as finance minister, was a renowned figure in global financial and economic sectors. His UPA government introduced path-breaking initiatives such as the Right to Information Act, Right to Education Act and the Manrega. Dr. Singh is survived by his wife and 3 daughters.